Okay, Alice, so in the paper one you got 46, which was a couple of marks short of a grade D. Let's see if you've gone any better than that in this paper 2. Be careful, you're not going to get penalised mark-wise, but remember your calculator doesn't add zeros. It doesn't know you're working in pounds and pence, so it's not going to put that 0 in there. But the danger is that if you don't put it in, you'll end up typing the wrong thing in when you then add up these numbers. And when you have added them up, you've added them up incorrectly, because that should be 90. So when you've added up the figures there, you, I'm guessing, will have put that 0 in the wrong place and added them up wrongly. This is something that you should be able to do on a calculator paper or a non-calculator paper. 10% discount would be 10% written in pounds is that, times your figure up there, equals, that'll give you the discount, and then because this question is asking how much he has to pay, you then have to take that away from that amount, and what's left is how much they've got to pay after the discount. So you lose 2 marks there. Here, 500 kilograms is a lot. That's half a ton, so probably a small car maybe, not the weight of a woman. Okay, a weight of a woman is in kilograms, true, but is a lot less than that. So that's what we're looking for there. That one's correct, that one's correct, and so is that. 76 square centimeters is a good estimate, and you're showing me there your method, so you get those marks, so that's good. 8 marks for that first page. Okay, that one's good, so is that. 10, 15, 8, 7. 2 marks for that. 7 for the page. Very good. Now, to get full marks for this, and there are 4 marks for doing the graph, what you need to include is, first of all, it has to be nicely spaced, so if to use the full grid that you're given, but you must label your axes. So the fact you haven't put on their frequency or their season or favorite season, something like that, to describe what that graph is telling you. So out of those 4 marks, you will lose a mark for not labeling your axes. The mode is the most frequent, the most popular. In this, 15 is summer, so summer is the mode. The probability that a child prefers winter, well, here's winter. How many of them preferred winter? Answer 7. Out of how many in total? Answer 40. So that's how you would write the probability down. Okay, you've got all of these wrong as well. The probability that Kevin picks a pink ball, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pink balls out of 10. So 7 out of 10 would put that on a sort of 0.7 on the scale between 0 and 1. So that would be around about there. So A should be there. The probability that Kevin does not pick a black ball, well, there aren't any black balls, so it's certain he's not going to pick a black ball, and certain probability is 1. And the probability that he picks a green ball, well, there's 1 green ball out of 10, so that would be 0.1 on that scale, so you're looking at around about there. So unfortunately, you haven't got any of those right. That one is likely, so that one is correct. 0.25, 60. This one, 0.6 or 60 out of 100. This is what we were practicing last week. 60% would be 60 out of 100. 3/4 is right. So 3 there. So 7 for that page. It's your diagram is good. The diagram is fine, but it's neither of those shapes. The shape is a rhombus. It's a squashed square. And this one, although it's not very well drawn because it doesn't look as if that side there and that side there are the same length. So what you're looking for is something that looks more like, okay, so those two are the same length. Those two are the same length. What's that shape? It's not a trapezium. It's a kite. A trapezium is a shape which has got one pair of parallel sides like that. So your diagram's not right and your shape isn't correct either. Subtract 7 is correct. Times by 2 plus or minus isn't right. What you're actually doing is multiplying by -2. So when you times it by -2, you've got 2 times 2 is 4, plus times minus is a minus. 2 times 4 is 8, minus times a minus is a plus, and so on. So it has to be times -2. That one is correct. That's correct. Well done. You have both of those. 20 is correct. And with this one, give me a sec. Hi Trace, I'm recording. Can I give you a quick ring back? Sorry, bye. So that's going to be, it's not 3 take away 4, it's 3 times -4, which is -12. So it isn't +1, then it's +12, which is 32, which then gives you the 16. So unfortunately, the mistake that you've made there is when you substitute that in. So you'll get 1 out of 3 for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 for the page. 4.5 is correct. That one's correct. That one's correct. So that's good. 17, 24, 31. 27, 23, 19. With this one, that's not explaining what you need to do. So take a look how I work through that on the video clip. 5 steps is right. So 10 marks for that one. Again with this one, take a look how I work through that on the video clip. That's correct. 105 is right. And the way that you've explained this is perfect. So that's really good as well. That one is correct. This one, I'll go through in class, so you'll get that one when we go through in class tomorrow. So there's 2 marks there. Now, with this one, that bearing is correct, but this one isn't right. With this one, from Holyhead, 215 degrees, so you line the 0 up with north and you work your way around the outside of the scale, and 215 is there. So that angle is there. So that bit is wrong. Other than that, the other line is right, and you've correctly shown how you can tell where the ship is. So there's 4 marks for that page. 2.5 is that. So you have got it between 2.7 and 2.8. Now, in order to decide which one it is, you will have to go between 2.7 and 2.8. so 2.75, and decide what that one is. If that outcome is too big, it means the smaller of the two is your answer. If that outcome is too small, it means the larger of those is your answer. Take a look how I work through that and finish that off. So trial and improvement is something we will certainly be practicing. So 2 out of the 4 for that. Okay, and then the next couple of questions, have a look how I work through those, because there are definitely marks there that you should be familiar with. And then the final question, 17.63 is correct. That's trig. Trig doesn't come up in the foundation tier. What you need to find that is Pythag rather than trigonometry. So the way that you've worked out those are wrong. It's Pythagoras, it's that squared plus that squared square rooted, but then you've correctly, to work out the perimeter, added those two on to your wrong answer. So you will get the last 2 marks there. It's just that bit is wrong. So 4 on that last question. So this is a really encouraging performance here, Alice, and I think you've done quite well. 8, 15, 22, 29, 39, 44, 48, 50, 54. So 54 is a D. I would say it's 7 marks off a grade C, and it's a much more solid performance than the one I marked last week. But you can see when you go through that there are still things that you've got wrong that hopefully you can quickly put right. But that is a definite step in the right direction. Well done, Alice.